Everybody has seen the movie Aladdin, right? Well, the biggest part of the movie is the 3 wishes when the genie grants Aladdin his wishes, correct? Well, today I'm going to tell you about a real-life wish granter, Make-A-Wish Foundation. According to a recent post on Make-A-Wish Foundation's website, their mission statement is, "We grant the wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions to enrich the human experience with hope, strength, and joy." I have done extensive research on this topic, and today I will let you know what Make-A-Wish Foundation does and how it has changed people's lives. According to a charity review posted on December 2010 on the Better Business Bureau's website, the foundation charters local chapters to grant wishes and gives guidance to chapters in raising funds and securing in-kind donations to help grant wishes of children in their communities. There are many chapters across the country, including one in Springfield. 65 chapters across the nation are affiliated with Make-A-Wish Foundation. There are also many stores that sponsor each chapter across the nation. Stores such as Macy's, Avis, and even Walt Disney Company. Many stores that you all know. The first state that was incorporated for Make-A-Wish Foundation was incorporated in Arizona in 1983. A recent post on Pet Onc Resource Center's webpage claims that each chapter of the larger organizations sets its own rules as to age, seriousness of the disease, and what type of wish will be granted. Normally, children ages 3 to 18 are granted wishes, and there's really no limit on what you can wish for. My friend actually was granted a wish when he was 8 years old. He had a hip displacement disease, and he actually got to go to intermission of a Blues game and shoot a few putts with Al MacInnis, which is pretty cool. If you don't know who Al MacInnis is, he's like the hardest slap shot of all time. He's pretty much a boss. Personally, I know that I would definitely want to have my wish with Thierry Henry, just go play some soccer with somebody like that. You know, wishes are pretty much up to the imagination. You guys can do whatever you'd like. The website Crack presents us with a somewhat recent post that states, while the vast majority of wishes involve taking vacations, meeting celebrities, or going to Disneyland, occasionally kids go off prompter and things really get awesome. The first wish was granted April 29, 1980, to a kid named Chris Grecius. He was being treated for leukemia. Oh, whoopsie, sorry. Chris's wish was just to be a policeman. He was taken around town all day by a local police officer. He was obviously granted his wish. He got to ride in a helicopter. He was also given his own uniform. He was sworn in as an actual officer. So like I said, the possibilities are endless for what you can wish for. An article published on April 29, 2010 in the Seattle Times lets us know Eric, who is living with liver cancer, has always wanted to be a superhero. Well, just like Chris Grecius, Eric's wish was granted as well. Seattle put on a big skit for Eric. It was awesome. It's like 100 volunteers all around town. Some people even acted like they were superheroes for Eric. He was called Electron Boy, and basically his wish was he wanted to be a superhero, so they put a skit on where he was supposed to save the Seattle Sounders soccer club. So he ran throughout the town. There's a bunch of volunteers that acted as superheroes, and he knocked on the door and saved them from being locked in their locker room. And then he got to go on the field with them, and he actually was. And this is at the beginning of the game. Walked out with the whole team, got to take a picture, was given his own Seattle Sounders jersey. So you guys can think about if you had some life-threatening disease and you got to go hang out with your favorite sports team and get to take a picture with them at the beginning of the game. Think about how incredible that would be. That's just something that Make-A-Wish Foundation does, and just really just pulls at the heartstrings of each kid and lets them know that this wish that was granted for them is something that's going to make them feel better throughout their entire life, whatever amount of time they have to live. So it's really something that's something to look at there. So in conclusion, I've told you about a wonderful NPO today called Make-A-Wish Foundation. It was started in Arizona in 1980. It's continued to grow and thrive continuously throughout the United States. There's over 65 chapters nationwide. Plenty of funds being donated from Walt Disney Company, Avis, many companies that you all know of. And it has changed lives left and right, such as stories of Chris and Eric I've told you today. And I hope you've learned something you didn't know about Make-A-Wish Foundation. I hope that you guys can possibly donate someday.